you remember, did you convert Celsius to Fahrenheit in grade 10? Did you go from Celsius to Fahrenheit? Yeah. So I'm about to basically give you how to go from any actual score. So it could be volume in a can, weight of a chip bag, anything, turning that into a z-score. How do you do that? I want you to have this on your study sheet as well. You basically just take the value, subtract the mean from it, put that in brackets though, make sure you do this first, and then divide it by the standard deviation. Value, mean, standard deviation. You're going to get the z-score for any value doing it this way. So this is to go from any value to the z-score. What if I give you the z-score? How would I figure out the actual value? Here it is. Take the z-score. You basically do the opposite of what you did on this side. Z-score times standard deviation, and then we add and then I'm just going to make a note. Z may be negative. It's okay to have a z-score that's negative. Okay. And here's I'm going to get rid of the filter. 1 second. So I want to highlight that. Normal. Okay, so these are actually a must-have. And I'm going to box this whole thing in. We're going to talk more about that in the lessons to come. Okay. And a negative z-score means that the value you're talking about is below the mean. A positive z-score means that you're above the mean. So, guys, just so you know, z-score, you don't actually, off the top of your head, you don't know the actual score. Like, let's say you do the math for your test score, and you turn it into a z-score, and it's like -2. What does that mean? You are 2 standard deviations to the left of the average, below the average. It's usually not a good sign. If your standard deviation is negative, it's not a good sign. Okay? If your standard deviation is positive, you're usually above the average. So just by looking at the sign of the z-score, we can already determine whether you're above or below the average. Okay? When it comes to speeding tickets, how many speeding tickets you get? You want to be into the negatives, right? You want to be below the average, maybe even 0, right? You want to like have none. So there are some instances where you want to have the highest z-score possible, and sometimes you want to have the lowest z-score possible. Okay? If the average global temperature is 0, what sign will Winnipeg's z-score have? Negative, right? Will be below the average most likely, globally. Okay. So we'll talk more about this. What I want you to do is this page. I already assigned this. Pages 27 all the way to 30. Okay, I'm going to assign that right here, somewhere, wherever you have room. I want you to try them, and now the z-scores are back on the table using these 2 formulas. Okay? So that's all I wanted to say today.